Good morning, good morning, good morning, Facebook family, friends. Happy Wednesday. How's everyone doing? Wisdom Walk number 50. Wow, we hit 5-0. Wisdom Walk number 50. So I thought it would be really important to do this one based on how do you win big? So this one's called How Do You Win Big? Wisdom Walk number 50. So this is going to tap into several of you, into your personal psyche. It's going to touch, I've kind of figured, I can almost call this like our anniversary one because it's 50, right? So it's going to touch on some of the things I've talked about before. So you'll hear a couple things repeated, but sometimes it's good for you to hear things repeated because maybe they didn't stick the first time. That's why, for those of you that may not, I haven't said this before in the past, but for those of you that read books, you should probably read a book more than one time. You should read it at least 3 times, the same book. For those of you that are in touch with our good life, I have you watch the same video many times. Some of you have watched it 10 times, 12 times, because day number 1 turns into day number 22. Day number 22 turns into day number 43. Or day number 1 turns into day number 43. So it continues on, because what happens in life is when you are learning, your mindset at the point that you start the journey is not the same mindset after you finish the journey or as you learn and as you grow. So you will perceive things differently now than you did. Some of you that's been following me for the last 5 months, your mindset now has changed. You're perceiving things differently than you were seeing things before we started talking. So this is why you have to repeat the books that you read or the information that you get, and you have to go back. So we're going to do a little bit of backtracking today on some of those wisdom walks. If you haven't been watching them, I suggest you go back and watch them in series and go from there. So how do we win big? First thing I want you to do, no matter what you want to accomplish, whether it be in envy. You don't have to be in envy, because you guys all know I'm doing this to give back. You don't have to be part of envy. It doesn't matter to me if you're part of envy. It matters to me if you're part of the good life. It matters to me if you're part of the wisdom walks. But as far as being part of our income opportunities, there are 3 of them, and there are 11 investment opportunities. Doesn't matter to me if you do that or not. I think it will be in your best interest to do them, but I don't force anyone or make anyone. So anything you want to do, whether you're being an entrepreneur or a entrepreneur, or whatever you're trying to get accomplished, if you have your own business, this is how you win big. First thing I want you to do, I want you to close your eyes. Not right now, some of you are driving, but this is what you do when you decide to make the journey. You close your eyes and you imagine, what do you want out of whatever you're doing? What do you want? If you have a garden service, what do you want your garden business to look like? If you have whatever you have. Oh, he's got some animals in there. That's kind of cool. I wonder what he's got in there. Something in there. Anyway, whatever business you have, paint shop, beauty salon, whatever business, I want you to imagine what you want that business to be. How do you see it? As big as you want it. If it's envy, I want you to imagine how big you want those 3 income opportunities to be, or how big you want those investment portions or social club to be. How much money do you want to make in envy? Is it $1 million? Is it 10 million? Big old helicopter. I know I'm interrupting you guys. Where is it? Anyway, so is it 1 million? Is it 10 million? Is it 50 million? Is it 100 million? I don't know. Is your business going to be on Wall Street? Is it going to be a huge 100-story building with your name on the side? I don't know. Whatever that is, I want you to imagine that this morning, today. That's your exercise. You close your eyes and you imagine it and you put it in your brain. And that's the picture you paint. And that is your picture. Nobody else's picture. Your picture. Nobody else's picture. So again, if you're not part of envy, I'm gonna break it down a little bit slower. If you have a restaurant, what do you see your restaurant looking like? Are you gonna have 20 of them? Are you gonna franchise them out? Are you gonna have them in every city, in every state, or every country in the world? I don't know. There's no such thing as thinking too big. No such thing. So some of you, if you're fortunate enough to be an entrepreneur and have a way out and have a business that can give you the lifestyle, and if he can give you, good for you. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. Hopefully you will own that business and that business will not own you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go find one of my wisdom walks. I broke that down in detail. So if your business owns you and you don't own your business, then personally, I think you're wasting your time. But who am I to judge what you do with your life? You choose whatever you want to choose. I just think envy is a better way to go because I got nothing to do all day long but talk to you guys and bless people. And I'm making stupid money. But anyway, in fact, it was funny. I send my queen reads every morning, as you guys know. I think you've heard me say that before. She reads from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. every morning. And sometimes I interrupt her reading and just send her a screenshot when something crazy happens. And this morning, last night, one of the moves I had you make in one of our deals last Thursday started at 10 cents and it hit 122 about, I don't know, 11 o'clock last night, 12 o'clock. So this morning when I woke up, which I didn't sleep much, because if you guys are watching my wisdom walks, you know I have 5 or 6 days in one day. Most people have 1 day in one day because I break down my day differently than yours. But that's in one of my wisdom walks. It hit $1.22. So I sent her the screenshot and I was in my office talking to one of our team members trying to help them out because they decided to freeze 6,000 TRX today, and that's all they had in their account, so now they can't do anything, so they're locked for 72 hours, but it is what it is. That's called a learning curve, and she will learn, and she won't make that mistake again. So that's called growth. What a beautiful thing. She was all upset. I'm like, what are you upset about? You just grew. Good for you. So the queen texts me back. She goes, did you add more money to that account? I'm like, nope. That's what it grew. She goes, how is that possible? It's possible because it's $1.22 now. It started at 10 cents. So there you have it. So I'd rather do that. But if your passion is to do whatever you're doing, let's go back to how you're going to win big. So you're going to imagine this in your brain. You're going to put it in your brain, and it's going to become part of your brain, part of your life. This is what you see. This is all you see. Then I want you to think about the most important people in your life. The most important. Who might that be? In fact, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna ask. I haven't done this before. Besides wisdom walk number 1, the pre-walk, actually I call that. It wasn't even number 1. I think it was a pre-walk. I'm gonna ask someone on here that's listening to me. I want you to tell me 3 people that's absolutely important in your life that you care about and that you care what they think about you or what they believe in, what their opinion of you matters. Give me 3 people. You can say husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, parents, best friend, whatever. Someone give me 3 people. Okay, no one's typing yet. This will be a long wisdom walk unless you guys start typing. Okay, daughter and wife. Lute says daughters and wife. Perfect. Oh, wow, I love roots. God's my son and my boyfriend. Wow. I don't know if I can touch that God one. I'm gonna leave that one alone for a second because He's the Almighty. So I'm not gonna put Him into this one. But I see a lot of good ones. So thank you guys. My wife, dad, uncle, grandma. Great. Okay, so we have. Let's just go with that one. My wife, my uncle, and my grandma. Here's what I want you to do. Who said that, by the way? Let me just see who said that. Who said that? Who said that? My wife. Who said that? Hold on, I gotta stop here. Randy. Randy, I want you to love on your wife, your dad, your uncle, and your grandma. I want you to love them with all your heart. All your heart. Put everything you got into it. Everything. Now, the first step is you're gonna visualize what you want your business to be. How big it is. That's in your brain. We talked about that first. Now, I want you to think of those 4 people you just talked about. And I want you to love them as much as you can. And I want you to do everything in the world you have to build your relationship. And then I want you to disconnect. Everybody's like, what the heck are you talking about? Ooh, what are you talking about? I want you to disconnect, Randy. I want you don't care anything they think about you. I'll let that one resonate for a minute. You don't care anything they think about. I want you to love them. I want you to hold on to them. I want you to make them feel special. But I don't want you to care what they think about you. Because if you do, those dreams that you just put in your brain is going to be diluted huge, and it will stunt your growth and it will kill your success. Trust me, I'm 100% right. Because the biggest part of failures to anyone in their life is your family and friends. They're family and friends. They're going to tell you, you can't do this, you can't make that happen, no way you can make that happen, and you're going to start believing. I had a gentleman this morning message me from whatever country, I think it was from Australia. I get some weird messages every day, people from all over the world. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm touching people all over the world. Facebook must be doing something different. People I don't even know hitting me up going, oh my gosh, your wisdom walks, it's changing my life. Wonderful, wonderful. He goes, I'm trying, I saw your wisdom walks. I want to get into your envy social. I'm getting it. I got into Daisy, but here's the problem. The problem is I'm 61 years old and I'm not into technology and I'm having a hard time. And that's my problem. And my response was, no, you being 61 is not the problem. What you just said is the problem. Let me repeat that. You being 61 is not the problem. What you just said is the problem because you just believe that garbage that just came out your mouth. So Randy, I don't want you to believe the garbage that's going to come out of your dear sweet wife, your dear sweet grandma, the 4 people you talked about. I don't want you to believe what's coming out of their mouth. I don't mean any disrespect by saying garbage is coming out of their mouth, because here's the issue. They haven't been trained the way that you are. They haven't been trained in the wisdom walks. They don't understand. Fortunately for me, the person that affects my life the most is my queen. But she lives with me and she knows what I do on a daily basis. And even sometimes I push her to another level. Because she's a little bit more conservative than I am. And I push her to another level sometimes. And she lives with me. Look, and I know she's going to be watching this later. I love her to death. I'm telling you right now, that is my queen and she will always be my queen. But I don't listen to what she has to say sometimes. I don't. Because I have a vision and a dream in my head. I have a vision and a dream in my head. And I'm not letting anybody, including the woman of my life, derail that. Period. End the conversation. No way, no how. Period. End the conversation. Did I say period, end the conversation? Yep, period, end the conversation. Nobody derails. Nobody derails. That picture I posted in my brain. That's why the exercise, How Do You Win Big, starts off with you painting that picture. So what picture did you paint? Is it an out of envy or is it in envy? I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. Okay? So as you do that, that's when you will start formulating the success that you want to have. And that's what happens. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my little fishies. You guys know I have to break up every so often. Finally, the guy is coming tomorrow for the yard. So all the designs are drawn. There's going to be some fire pits and some sunken couches and some waterfalls and water features. I can't wait, but the little fishies are growing. And yeah, the garages are open because I couldn't program the Queen's new car to the garage door opener, and I can't program it, so I guess the garage door openers are too old. So this guy just came this morning and quoted me, and now he's going to go pick up the garage door openers to replace the garage door openers. So I have to replace garage door openers, and now they said that they're Bluetooth and they hook to your phone and you can open them and you can see and all that stuff. So that's kind of cool. So I'm looking forward to that. So I took a little break, so now I'm back. So let me tell you a little bit about, in my mindset, to kind of help you guys a little bit down this road. For those of you that's known me for more than 10 years, you know I have a goal, and this video is actually on YouTube. I don't do YouTube anymore because I don't really believe in their policies. And if I don't believe in your policy, then I don't support you. I just don't do it. I know you can make some money on YouTube, but I'm not in this to make money on other people. I make money on my own and do what I need to do, just like I'm having you guys do. But I can probably blow up a YouTube channel and get it. But what I don't like about YouTube is when someone's watching it, it gives all kinds of advertisements and all kinds of stuff to derail you from what I'm trying to teach you. So that's why I don't do YouTube. I do Vimeo because Vimeo doesn't do that, but there's no compensation plan in video. So a lot of people do YouTube because they're all about the money. I'm not all about the money. I'm all about your growth. And I don't want you to get sidetracked when I'm trying to put you in a certain direction, because some people are like squirrels. A squirrel, while they're walking down, let's say I'm a squirrel right now, I'm walking up this trail and I see something. Look, oh, see something else. Look at something else. So you get easily distracted. Don't want you distracted. I want you laser focused. So for those of you that's known me that long, I think I did a video in 2006 that one of my lifelong goals is to own the Lakers. And I put that out there in the universe. And one of the companies that the Queen and I were involved in, we were number one in that company, 250,000 people. And the owner wanted to figure out how we became number one so quickly, because we never did anything like that in our life before. Well, we became number one because of all the things I teach you. That's how I became number one, because I do all the stuff I tell you. So we passed everybody. And we didn't start at the beginning. We started a year after the company started, and within 18 months we're number one. So they sent out a video crew and followed us around for about 7 days. We're out in the boat, we're up in the mountains, we're with the kids, we're at home, and they did a promo video on us, which is kind of cool. So that promo video, I talked about, they asked me what my long-term goal was. And I want to own the Lakers. And people got a kick out of hearing that, but what they don't understand is, actually I feel I can have the Lakers get more championships, in my humble opinion, but it is what it is. I'm a major Laker fan. But it's not really owning the Lakers that's really the joy for me. It's the journey of getting enough money to own the Lakers. That's the joy. That's what satisfies me. That's what makes me happy, is like, hey, I can do it. So I don't know, at one point, if Genie Bus is going to take it, I don't know. Maybe they're worth, I don't know, 10 billion. Maybe I won't buy them and just go to the point and say, hey, Genie, would you take 15? Just the fact that I can will be enough satisfaction for me to live my dream. Because my dream is to own them, but I don't know if I really want to own them. I think I'm more interested in the journey of owning them than actually owning them. So that's my scenario. That's where I think. That's what my thoughts are. So let me say hi to a few of you guys. Actually, I think I'm gonna turn around and go back. Hey Gino, I haven't said hi in a while. Good morning, Mike. Ian, is it Ian or Ian? Ian from Canada. He just joined us. Found him in another group, or he found us in another group, and I think he was impressed with what he saw. I'm glad he's part of our community now. That's awesome. Hey Jason. Hey Cheryl. I know it's hot in Texas right now. Hey Sean. Who else do we have? Randy. Hey, Kim. Is it Marjorie? Marjorie? Ruth. Hey, Jeff. C is on the live this morning. She was the young lady I was talking about, and I feel really bad that she has 6,000 Tron locked up right now, but that's okay. She'll learn. You know how many mistakes I made? If you guys only knew how many mistakes I made to get to where I am today. So C, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. In 3 days, you'll buy it. Yes, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but that experience is invaluable. Hey, John. Oh, John says, I don't really care what other things, but my wife and 3 sons. That's true, but sometimes your wife and 3 sons can also hold you back. Be careful. Be careful. Who else do we have on here? A lot of people making messages. Hey, Bradley. How you doing, bud? Okay. So, that's how you become rich. How you win really big. You have to do it. Now, I'll close with this. If you're doing your own, which there's nothing wrong with that, I already said that. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but if you're doing your own, good. I highly recommend you find a mentor in your field of whatever you're doing. So if you own restaurants or own whatever you own, find someone that's successful, and they better be real successful. Someone that can walk the walk and talk the talk, not someone that wants to talk. For those of you that watched my little live yesterday, boy, was that an example. Oh, with my air conditioning. Look, you guys are so funny. I really feel that I've been put on this earth to do what I'm doing. And it's kind of amazing what God does and what God puts in your life to help you when you have a pure heart and a clean situation. I made more TRX yesterday than any other day since I've started this venture. I think I made like 300,000 TRX yesterday. Something like that. 280, 300, maybe a little bit more. I don't remember. It was a big amount. And it's funny how things work out because yesterday morning, 2 stories happened to me yesterday. Yesterday morning, a young lady touched my heart and told me that she deposited $7 and then deposited $2, and her $9 turned into $85. And I decided that really was something special to me. So I sent her 5,000 TRX yesterday for the hell of it. And I didn't want anything back. There was no preconceived anything. I just felt to do that in my heart. Just like right now the COVID is over, Lisa's setting back up for us to start doing our feeding the homeless the last Friday of every month. We're gonna go back down to Los Angeles. I'm gonna ask some of you that live in the California area or Los Angeles area to come help us. I don't need your money. I don't need you to donate anything. I just need you to donate your time. So you just show up and you're gonna put your gloves on and we're gonna feed the homeless. And I will pay for it all. You don't have to put in a dime. So that's what I'm gonna ask you to do. So anyway, so I decided to just bless her with 5,000 Tron. And I didn't know what my day of Tron is. My average day is about 30,000 Tron. Sometimes I hit 50,000. And then all of a sudden, bam, I hit 300,000 Tron yesterday. Isn't that funny? That I blessed someone with 5,000 Tron and the Almighty blessed me with 300,000 Tron. What a concept. Wow, what a concept. I had no idea. Good morning. I had no idea I was going to make 3,000 Tron yesterday. No clue. I knew I was going to make between 30 and 50. No clue. Isn't that funny how life works? And then the second example I had, they're doing my yard. My grass is getting so green. I'm such a fanatic for green grass. It's so crazy. Anyway, so my second story, that's an example, was my air conditioning unit yesterday. I've lived in this house for 20 years now. And I keep telling the queen we're gonna move and I wanna buy something bigger and better. And she's like, we ain't moving. And I'll tell you that right now, we're not moving. She goes, you bought this house for me, you just didn't know you did. She goes, I love it, we're not moving. So I guess we're not moving, but she doesn't know I'm gonna just add another residence to our portfolio, or maybe another 2 residents to our portfolio. So maybe we won't move, but we'll live somewhere else also. But I've never had the air conditioning work properly in the house. And I've had at least 10 air conditioning companies out. until the right guy came yesterday and showed me how to use the unit that was installed at this house the right way. And now my office is freezing cold. So I told you guys, find a mentor. You better find the right person to know what they're talking about. Because the right person to know what they're talking about can change everything. Everything. The wrong person could mess up your head. And some of you, that happens to every single day. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Wisdom Walk number 50. Totally out. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.